On Saturday, July 11, 2026, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy declared the Strait of Hormuz closed. This act immediately triggered a global crisis, reported live by Al Jazeera. The IRGC Navy's declaration, made public on July 11, 2026, marked a significant escalation. Al Jazeera broadcasted this critical update as part of their Iran War Updates coverage. Immediately, the U.S. demanded Iran publicly state the Strait of Hormuz remains open for all. This urgent call came amid escalating U.S.-Iran tensions reported by Al Jazeera. This closure occurred against the backdrop of an ongoing U.S. and Israel's war on Iran, a narrative frequently covered by Al Jazeera. The channel consistently reported these developments. Al Jazeera, headquartered in Doha, Qatar, has been at the forefront of reporting this crisis. The channel, launched on November 1, 1996, provides comprehensive global coverage. The Strait of Hormuz closure followed earlier USS military strikes against Iran. The U.S. escalated after an attack on a container ship transiting the critical waterway, according to reports. The attack on the container ship in the Strait of Hormuz directly preceded Tehran's decision. This incident quickly fueled the already heightened tensions in the strategically vital region. Following the attack, Tehran promptly closed the waterway until, a situation often highlighted by Al Jazeera's news updates, this demonstrated quick, decisive action. Al Jazeera's reporting from July 11, 2026, vividly depicted heightened military activity in the Middle East. The region became a focal point of urgent global concern. The Strait of Hormuz itself became the epicenter of intense media scrutiny. Al Jazeera, with its global reach, brought the strategic waterway into sharp focus for millions. Intriguingly, the closure followed reports of positive progress in U.S.-Iran talks. Qatar announced this progress on July 1, 2026, just days before the crisis erupted. Qatar's announcement on July 1, 2026, highlighted its role as a key mediator. The Gulf nation often facilitates sensitive discussions, including those concerning Iran. The swift transition from positive progress on July 1 to total closure on July 11 underscored the region's volatility. A mere 10 days separated diplomacy from confrontation. Al Jazeera's live stream played a crucial role in disseminating information. The channel's YouTube presence ensured instant updates reached a global audience from Doha. The Strait of Hormuz is internationally recognized as a vital choke point. Its closure underscores its unparalleled strategic importance for global trade and energy. Prior to 2026, the IRGC Navy often conducted exercises simulating strait closures. These drills, frequently reported, foreshadowed the real events of July 11th. The regional geopolitics of the Persian Gulf are incredibly complex. Iran, Saudi Arabia, and other Gulf states vie for influence, creating a volatile environment. The U.S. maintains a significant naval presence in the Persian Gulf. This deployment is intended to ensure maritime security and counter regional threats. Iran views its military forces, including the IRGC Navy, as crucial for national defense. Their actions are often presented as responses to perceived external threats. Araghchi, an Iranian official, reportedly traveled to Oman for talks on the Strait of Hormuz. Oman has a history of quietly facilitating dialogue between adversaries. Reports indicated Iran told the U.S. it made a mistake shooting at ships in Hormuz. Whether this was before or after July 11, 2026, remains a nuanced detail in the reports. Al Jazeera's commitment to independent news from Doha since 1996 positioned it uniquely to cover this crisis. Its global footprint expanded rapidly, reaching diverse audiences. The mere declaration of closure by the IRGC Navy, even if temporary, carries immense weight. It sends a clear signal of intent to the international community. The world significantly relies on the Strait of Hormuz for energy. Its closure directly threatens the smooth flow of global crude oil and liquefied natural gas. Beyond oil, the strait services countless international cargo and container ships. Its closure has far-reaching consequences for global supply chains and trade networks. The closure could leave numerous oil tankers gridlocked, unable to pass through. This would cause immediate disruptions to energy markets and global prices. The global economic fallout from such a closure would be profound. Industries worldwide, dependent on smooth logistics, would face immense pressure and supply shocks. Amidst the verified news, Al Jazeera also navigated a sea of unconfirmed reports. The urgent nature of the crisis often led to a flurry of speculative information flow. The strait's strategic importance dates back centuries, but its modern value is tied to oil. Its closure is a tactical move with historical precedents. Since its launch in 1996, Al Jazeera has challenged media narratives. Its reporting on this 2026 crisis continued its tradition of independent, detailed coverage. The immediate aftermath of the July 11th closure spurred urgent global diplomatic efforts. International bodies and individual nations called for de-escalation. Gulf ports, vital for oil and gas exports, would face immediate paralysis. Major shipping hubs within the region would cease operations effectively. Shipping insurance premiums for the region would skyrocket. The perceived risk of transit through or near the Strait of Hormuz would become astronomical. Beyond economics, the closure raises humanitarian concerns. Disruptions to food and medical supply chains could severely impact vulnerable populations in the region. Reports often highlighted the potential for cyber warfare accompanying physical conflict. Critical infrastructure monitoring and control systems could be targeted. Even before the full closure, naval escorts for commercial vessels in the region had reportedly increased. This preemptive measure reflected growing apprehension. Few viable alternative routes exist for Gulf oil exports. Pipelines bypassing the strait are limited in capacity and availability, making it truly irreplaceable. Global energy security is profoundly shaken by this event. Nations reliant on Gulf oil confront significant strategic vulnerabilities overnight. The closure ignited debates over the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. The treaty's provisions on transit passage are central to the legal arguments. International law mandates free passage through such vital straits. Iran's actions challenge this principle, setting a dangerous precedent for maritime freedom. Al Jazeera often positioned itself as a neutral arbiter of news. Its extensive coverage of the 2026 crisis sought to present multiple perspectives, without bias. Doha, Qatar's capital, strengthens its global stature through Al Jazeera's media reach. It serves as a nerve center for critical international reporting. The U.S. and Israel's war on Iran continued to shape the region's dynamics into July 2026. The strait closure served as a dangerous flashpoint in this broader conflict. The crisis also showcased the global media ecosystem's response. Al Jazeera and other major outlets delivered round-the-clock news, shaping public perception worldwide. The ripple effect on global trade was immediate. From consumer goods to industrial components, every sector faced potential delays and increased costs. The sudden closure risked pushing ongoing diplomatic efforts into a deadlock. Trust, painstakingly built, could easily erode in such high-stakes conditions. In response to Iran's action, reports suggested an inevitable military buildup by international forces. The delicate balance of power in the Gulf was severely tested. World leaders and defense officials held emergency meetings to address the crisis. The urgency of the situation demanded immediate, coordinated international attention. The threat of renewed or intensified international sanctions against Iran grew significantly. Economic pressure was seen as a key lever to force a reopening. Public opinion, both regionally and globally, began to shift. The closure directly impacted millions, leading to widespread calls for de-escalation and dialogue. The greatest fear became an uncontrollable escalation cycle. Each retaliatory action risked drawing more players into a destructive regional conflict. Iran's rationales for the closure revolved around national security and sovereignty. They argue control over strategic waterways within their jurisdiction is paramount. Al Jazeera's extensive archives, spanning back to 1996, offer a historical context for the current crisis. Its past reporting illuminated rising tensions over decades. The U.S.'s ongoing economic pressure and sanctions on Iran were a significant factor. Tehran's move could be interpreted as a retaliatory effort to gain leverage. Following the IRGC's declaration, international maritime authorities issued urgent navigational warnings. ships were advised to avoid the strait or exercise extreme caution. The volatile situation presented a high risk of miscalculation. Any unintended incident could quickly ignite a broader, uncontrollable conflagration in the region. Despite confrontations, de-escalation efforts remained paramount for the international community. Avoiding a full-scale conflict was the pressing objective for all parties. The incident highlighted the world's deep and fragile reliance on the Strait of Hormuz. Its unobstructed passage is a cornerstone of global economic stability. The Strait of Hormuz closure fundamentally reshaped discussions about maritime security. Nations reconsidered strategies for protecting vital global waterways. As peace efforts continued, Al Jazeera maintained its crucial watch, providing updates on the complex situation. Their coverage ensured transparency and informed global citizens. To understand global events and their profound implications, consistently follow independent news sources like Al Jazeera for comprehensive and timely updates.